Alright, folks, welcome back to Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Behold my strength, and I back with you.
Yes, indeed. How's it going? I see you've been doing work. Off-camera grinding there for money.
Yeah, I figured no one needs to see that. We get some not too shabby armor. Defense is not as good. Strength is not as good. But it increases Constitution, Intelligence, and Luck by 7.
And that luck is very, very important. It goes towards soul grinding.
Yep.
Which is very handy. And rare item drops.
Yes, indeed.
Which, I don't know if we talked about it, but how many of those money doors are there in the game? I think 3, 4 maybe?
3, I think.
And that's about the best item that we're going to actually get out of them.
Yep.
Still can't enter the door.
It backed into the sword after I had stopped swinging it and died.
Well, Jason, it's a slug, man. They're not known for their intelligence.
Speaking of, I mentioned this in episode 3, I think it was. The skeleton apes, also not the most intelligent. They only face one direction.
Yeah, that's right. They don't turn around in this game, do they?
No. They face whichever end of the room you entered on.
Yes.
In, I guess.
Another great example of classy Grandois Castlevania AI programming.
It doesn't get any better than this, folks.
It really doesn't. I mean, the enemies, they're so intelligent, they're very smart, they make you think on your feet. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, their tactics, wow.
Especially them corpse swedes.
Oh yeah, a corpse weed is a very complex enemy, man. I mean, how else is nature going to sprout a human head from a plant? It's just mind-boggling the complexity of it all, really.
If you don't kill it fast, you're screwed.
Oh yeah, it's very deadly. Basically, it's like the mean kid that climbs to the top of the Empire State Building and hawks loogies down on somebody.
Yeah.
Even a loogie can kill somebody if it's traveling at over 200 miles an hour.
Pennies won't, though.
Yeah.
I saw that in Mythbusters.
Really?
Yep.
Nifty. I would have thought a penny drop from that high would actually do some serious damage.
There's not enough mass in the penny.
The air resistance probably keeps it down, then, yeah?
Yep. The terminal velocity for a penny is hardly enough to even bruise a human.
Yeah. Huh.
You might go, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And then just get on with your day. So, synthesis.
More synthesis at that.
I'm gonna waste my Valkyrie soul.
That's a hard one to grind for.
It was.
But in return, we're getting some pretty good items out of it.
I really need to turn off my Skype sounds, because the file just finished transferring. I thought, oh god, the call dropped.
Yeah. We've had that happen a couple times throughout this recording forte.
Too many.
The Joyeuse is a very good sword, by the way. I think that increases a bunch of your stats.
Not as much as that one would.
Yeah, no joke. But you're not going to use it anyway. You're a katana man.
Actually, this one I keep for a while. The Dane Self.
Yeah.
Dane Self?
Yeah.
Self? I don't know. Wasn't paying that much attention. I do stick with that great sword for most of the game because of the stat boosts.
Yes.
And it's nice to have one on hand. A great sword.
Yeah, especially like we've been talking about because of the wide swing arc that they have.
Yeah. There you go.
So, okay, I tell you what, since we lost our conversation about it earlier, tell me your favorite GBA Castlevania game and why.
Well, it's so hard to pick from those 3. I'm gonna have to say Aria of Sorrow, because it's not one of the other 2.
Actually, it sounds like he's making a joke, ladies and gentlemen, but he's actually being very true, and there's a lot of truth in that statement.
And it's, I honestly and truly enjoy Aria of Sorrow, and it is my favorite. But I think even if it were not as fun as it is, of the three, it would still be my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't like the other two.
Yeah. Circle of the Moon, it's my favorite as well. And Circle of the Moon was okay, but it wasn't anything outstanding. I think that was the first Castlevania outing on the GBA. So, I mean, it's to kind of be expected that it would be mediocre.
Yeah.
Harmony of Dissonance is just, I don't know where to begin on Harmony of Dissonance.
Well, Circle of the Moon, the card thing was interesting.
Yeah.
But I think there were about twice as many as there needed to be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll hardly use maybe 5 throughout the entire game. Really. I mean, really use them.
Well, a couple of them are kind of neat, but still, it's... Do I really need a rose sword?
Yeah. Well, it's very fashionable, man.
I suppose.
Now, Harmony of Dissonance, though, I mean, it brought it back to basics. You know, you're playing as Just or Juiced Belmont.
Juiced, I believe.
Juiced Belmont.
You know, like Major League Baseball players.
Yeah, exactly.
Juiced.
Oh, and he was juiced, all right.
But
my God. He had that rather, what was that, blue glow around him all the time, so you could tell he was on something.
He was really a Alucard in disguise.
Yes. He had that glow to distinguish his sprite from the background and everything, and it didn't really work. Because the game used all of what? I think a total of like 5 colors for everything.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
The color scheme and the backgrounds and everything were just ugly and bland. And then, like we talked about too, the music was god-awful.
I don't think the music itself was bad, but because they tried to squeeze so much into it, the instruments really just kind of sounded like crap.
I think if they would have put it out on the DS where they would have had the hardware to back it up, it would have been good, but like you say, just the limitations on the GBA, they tried to push it in a way that they shouldn't have pushed it.
So, the Yeti didn't like our curry.
Well, he come out for it, but he didn't like the taste.
Well, you shouldn't step in it. The little noise it makes.
Yeah, and I like the Metal Gear Solid exclamation mark that he gets above his head, too.
He's been spotted. I'm actually looking at the 3 Castlevania games for the GBA right now. And would you believe, of the 3, Aria of Sorrow is rated the lowest.
Really? Who rated these?
These are just people... so you got a total of 14 votes. And came out to an overall 9.1.
Really?
And then Harmony of Dissonance, total of 7 votes, came out with a 9.9.
What?
That's what it says.
These people don't know what the hell they're talking about.
The Circle of the Moon came with a 9.6, which I can kind of let that slide.
Now, what kind of a point scale are we looking at here? 10?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
No, yeah, okay, yeah, these people don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they gave the graphics on Aria a 9. And the graphics on Harmony a 9.9.
On Harmony of Dissonance? Are you kidding me?
I wish I were.
You're gonna have to link me this site so I can go make fun of these idiots.
We can't mention the site because you might possibly be able to get digital copies of video games there.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be such a shame. You know, I'd hate to bring a lawsuit down on them.
It actually might be the kind of place where I maybe might get my digital copies of video games. Maybe.
Still,
Might be.
It's just I can't believe that they actually rate Harmony of Dissonance is the best GBA game. That's yeah, that makes no sense at all. Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? They tried to make Symphony of the Night for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
And then they made that. And I think it's just...
And they failed.
This is just like Symphony of the Night, but on the Game Boy.
Really? See, I did not get that impression at all.
I found them equally as fun.
That's true, yeah. Symphony of the...
Same, not very.
I don't know if this is part of our lost commentary or not, but Symphony of the Night is completely overrated.
If it is part of our lost commentary, great. If it's not, fine. People need to hear this.
It needs to be reiterated anyway. Yes.
Right.
Symphony of the Night. It's a good game, but it's not spectacular.
Nope.
Not worthy of the praise that it gets.
Well, speaking of, let's see what the people here had to say.
Oh, that's 10 out of 10, man.
Oh no! Believe it or not, out of 61 votes, comes out with an overall 9.41 out of 10.
Really?
This guy says the biggest flaw was the graphics. Oh, this guy did rate it perfect. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Okay, graphics 10 out of 10, sound 10 out of 10, gameplay 10 out of 10, overall 10 out of 10. Then it goes on, this game isn't perfect.
What? Well, that makes sense, sure. See, that's the entire reason we talked about, like, IGN last video. That's the entire reason you cannot go off of game ratings. Not made by, like IGN or the public or anything like that, because they're all morons, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna read you all of this overall here. It's really short. This is the kind of people we deal with, viewers. The game isn't perfect. No game is. You think Final Fantasy VII was the best for the late 90s? Think again. Turn-based games are for children. Give me a game that requires skill. Still haven't played it? Go download Final Fantasy again. When you watch Eris die again, I'll be enjoying Super Metroid's evil cousin on crack.
Huh?
Crack, by the way, being a pronoun, was capitalized. That was also about...
What the hell is he talking about? Super Metroid's evil cousin.
That was also about 12 sentences. He has those split up, like every 4 words, period.
Oh, well, that's at least he's punctual.
Yeah.
But what the hell is he talking about? Super Metroid's evil cousin?
I don't know.
What? He must be foreign.
He must be, because everything's capitalized, everything's spelled correctly, there's no all caps. He uses punctuation properly, albeit probably more than he needs to.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, well, yeah, sure, fine, why not? That sounds like a good person to listen to for a review.
Well, I'm not going to go download Final Fantasy again. I already have it. Don't have to.
Yeah, I think I'll be skipping out on Final Fantasy as well. It's not my type of game.
Well, you say that now.
Oh, I say that every day.
You just might have to come back and do some commentary with me on the Final Fantasy game.
Oh, commentating on one would be fine. Playing one, I don't think so. Also, we have a boss.
Yes. Much like a Final Fantasy boss, utterly ridiculous.
Yes.
And let's see if the viewers can pick up on this gimmick here.
Golly gee. And in case you didn't see it, well, no, you got him before he did it again. Nice.
Yep. Only missed it once or twice.
It's not bad. He moves so slow, and it only takes like 2 hits to kill the puppet, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, and it's not damage-based. You actually just have to hit it twice.
Yeah. And not to mention, the little marionettes that he spits out of his mouth. In Harmony of Despair, the multiplayer game, they would curse you. But here they do nothing except damage.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
I don't like that idea.
And for your effort, you got the Puppet Master soul.
Which is probably the best soul in the game.
Absolutely.
Of course, I could be lying.
Well, you could be, but who would know?
You would.
But would I say?
Probably.
Maybe.
Jason, you lying son of a bitch.
No. The Puppet Master is a good soul. It's a great soul.
I thought it was a bullet soul.
Well, it is. Great soul is not a classification, see?
It controls dolls and the dimensions.
That's true.
Here.
And if you ever wanted to be like a voodoo doll enthusiast, well, it's the soul for you.
Let's see. was actually trying to find if there was a translation of what he says during the fight.
Oh, the Puppet Master?
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually bothered to look that up. I know he speaks something, but I don't know if it's Japanese, which it probably is.
In Harmony of Despair, he says, "You too shall be my puppets."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he says that in English, so that one you can actually understand.
There's a lot here, and I don't understand any of it.
Well, considering that it's Japanese and this is an anime art style game, it's probably got something to do with, you know, hey, look, I got 4 hands. Yeah.
Let's see. English version has various clips removed from the game, so the number of clips in sound mode differs between the 2 versions. The English number is given, followed by the Japanese version's number in parentheses. If the clip is not in the English version, the X is used instead. So, let's see.
Hardcore information for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm guessing it's one of these. Could be "You two are fated to be my puppet," but that looks like it's about 80 syllables, so I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
"You two shall be my puppet," but that is almost equally as long. And then this says, "I need only place this puppet," which that doesn't make sense in the situation.
Yeah. I know he uses that one in Harmony of Despair, actually, when he creates one of those little puppets that he's going to put into the cage. He actually says that every time. But that's Harmony of Despair. I don't think he said anything here.
It just sounded like one word to me.
Yeah. But you know the Japanese, they all run their stuff together, so you never know. Once again, I will insult at least one of every ethnic group by the end of this. I guarantee to you.
It's on your bucket list.
Yeah. As soon as I complete that bucket list, one of the ethnic groups is going to take me out.
A lot of different people say Soma in this game.
Yeah, speaking of which, how's your Julius mode run going?
Not too bad. I haven't played it much lately because we've been... I'll tell you, folks, you heard about our recording issues with the audio a couple videos ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's feeling pretty demoralized, so I didn't do much for like the last 12 hours.
Well, I mean, you have to remember that we had, I think, what was it, 3 through 9 recorded that we lost?
We had up to episode 9 done.
Yeah, we lost like 3 hours worth of footage, basically.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Also, I said I was going to restock on the beer, and I never did. So I'm sitting here drinking apple cider.
Well, just leave it out in the sun long enough.
True, yeah. I guess that would work, but it's wintertime, and it's cloud cover over here in Oklahoma, so we have no sun.
Cloudy in Oklahoma? That never happens.
Not very often, actually, believe it or not. Usually when it does, it's bad news, though.
So, check out these amazing boomerangs.
I see that they're doing a total of 9 damage, which I think your foot is actually stronger than that, but, you know. It's a ranged weapon.
Yeah, I don't think the damage done by your jump kick is dependent on your attack stat. I think it's solely dependent on your strength stat.
Yes, and I think I mentioned this, or it will become relevant during the Gurgoth fight later on, but your actual jump kick damage is dependent on how far you actually fall, too.
Now, see, when I come back and play this game again, I'm going to use the daggers a little more often, just for that little...
Yeah.
You know the name of it. What's that little move called? That right there?
Oh, the special attack thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, no.
Oh, I thought you knew what it was called.
Oh, I have no clue. It's like the Shadow Dash or something, I don't know.
I thought somebody said it every time you did it in one of the other games.
Oh, no, that's Julius. That's his little dash move. That's Omnia Vanitas.
Ah.
It's Latin.
Must have been in order of ecclesia then.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. Just trying to be cute, didn't work.
I know. I put you down, buddy. Also, the Ryakuta soul, your electrical soul here, I was really disappointed with how they did that. Because in Aria, you got your lightning doll soul, and it was really, really useful.
Oh my god, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, all that damage?
Yeah, and here it's just not so much.
It's the equivalent of sticking your tongue at a 9-volt.
Basically, yeah. Which actually they have a soul which is pretty close to that in this game as well, so.
What didn't they think of?
I know. 90% of the souls in this game are completely useless. They are novelty items, but, hey.
Also, it takes forever to get out of petrification in this game.
Yeah.
Forever.
Which is really the, Dare's influence, Don't get stoned, kids. It takes forever to recover.
It's bad for you.
It is. See things no one else can see. Do things no one else can do.
It might feel good for a minute.
You just wake up hungry and alone, usually.
Alright, so now I'm distracted. I'm looking at other games that I thought would have really horrible ratings.
Well, didn't you do like a Let's Review where you read one of the reviews of like Super Mario World, I think?
Oh yeah, my review.
Yeah. You need to do more of those. That was pretty interesting
I do.
concept.
They're really time consuming.
I would imagine so. Oh, that actually reminds me. I was looking for Star Wars Shadows of the Empire in FAQ.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a little disclaimer that this guy wrote at the beginning of his FAQ. Let me see if I can find that for you. It's really sad.
Browsing a game list here, just seeing what... See, I like to pick games that I've never played before based solely on the ridiculousness of their titles.
Right.
Like Eggs of Steel. I would try Eggs of Steel.
I
don't know what the hell it's about. There's no box art. No one's rated it.
It's probably a good thing.
Let's see.
Also, for a little bit of actual in-game knowledge while my webpage is loading up, we're actually headed up here to this area that had that was blocked off from the doll that we needed the Puppet Master Soul for, so that's where we're going now.
Yes.
I know this has got to be around here somewhere.
Legacy of Kain. My brother had a Legacy of Kain game on the Xbox.
Oh yes, here we go. I found it. It's an FAQ for Star Wars Shadows of the Empire by Brother Reed, I guess. And he's very proud to present it, by the way. But anyway, his legal paraphernalia, as he calls it.
What?
It's what the subheading is titled, legal paraphernalia, and it is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paragraphs worth.
Wow.
To sum it up, I will simply read the bullet list, okay?
Okay.
Underscore, all caps, all underscore of this FAQ must be included in its original form. It must not be altered, changed, added to, subtracted from, or otherwise tampered with in any way, shape, or form, electronically or otherwise.
Oh, I can't print one out and throw it away?
Yeah. Number 2, my name, the version, and this fine print must be included. Number 3, this FAQ/walkthrough must not be posted with a banner ad or anything similar. 4, I ask that you update this FAQ within a week of the time the update is sent to GameFAQs. If you do not want the responsibility of updating it, then don't post it. Number 5, you may convert this document to HTML, change the colors, add game pics, etc. as long as the content remains unchanged, and I am previously informed that the change shall take place. Number 6. You must not attempt to revise or update this FAQ apart from the updates that I make myself. If you think it needs updating, tell me about it. Don't take matters into your own hands. And finally, number 7. Steal my FAQ, will you? Read the first paragraph of this legal section again and see where it says that you can take it without my permission. It doesn't. It says you need permission. Ask and you shall receive. Take and I will take it back. For good. I hope you realize that I can sue you and win if you decide to thieve one. The choice is yours. I never knew somebody was so serious about their Star Wars FAQ.
I'm confused. If you steal my free work that is available for free,
yes, I'm posting publicly on a public website, yes.
I'm going to sue you for, I would imagine, lost revenue?
Yeah, see, that's what I don't understand. What's he going to sue you for? It would be like somebody that wrote a Wikipedia article trying to sue somebody for using their text as a source and not listing it as a source, you know?
But we can save it and change it to HTML and add pictures and colors and all that other stuff. But that's not taking it?
You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, when did this dumbass make this? I think it was like 2003, I don't know.
Wow.
2001, I'm sorry. Oh, this document is copyrighted 2000, Brother Reed. Final version November 10th, 2001. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to copy this and post it to some kind of a forum maybe somewhere and just reverse all of it.
Can you copyright something under a pseudonym?
That I don't know. Copyright law is not exactly one of my strong fortes, but I can guarantee you that this dumbass has no clue what he's talking about. Even less so than me.
We bumped into Julius.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of black smoke rising from the floor, and he says, "Yeah, this is probably not good."
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into this.
Yeah, we'll get back to it later. It's locked with very dark, evil energy, but you know it's kind of on the back burner right now.
And Julius, unfortunately, right now, even though Julius's idea of getting things to work is to just force it to work.
Yes.
Won't work in this instance. Right at the moment.
Yeah. So in other words, he has no clue what he's going to do.
Julius can't figure out magic seals. He just yells really loud.
Yes, exactly.
And it works.
Also, one of the more annoying enemy types in this game.
I hate the disc
especially
armor.
when they're put in places like this.
Every game that has disc armor, I hate the disc armor.
Aria wasn't so bad.
No.
At least you could kind of anticipate how their disc would work, you know?
And their soul was worth it.
Yeah.
The soul is not worth it in this.
No, it is not.
I got all excited. Like, oh boy, disc armor. Grind. Oh, this sucks.
Well, it was very useful in Aria. But here it's just not. Nowhere near. Not even half.
The range is horrible.
Yes. Also, basically, as you can tell, we're climbing a tower. This is going to play a key role in the battle that's upcoming.
Yes.
And another new enemy type, by the way.
Yeah, there's a flaw with that enemy. Did you spot it, viewers?
Yes, there is.
If you stand kind of close to him, he can't hit you.
Yeah. The axe has its handle is just a wee bit too long.
And when you get that soul from him, you have the same problem.
But it's not near as pronounced because you can kind of manipulate where you activate it from.
Yeah.
Not to mention if you turn your back to the enemy and then activate it, it will actually hit them twice when it spins around. So it's actually a very useful soul and very strong. On certain things.
I looked up our good buddy Brother Reed here.
Yeah.
He's actually done a few FAQs.
Oh.
Not only did he do a walkthrough for Shadows of the Empire, he also did a boss FAQ for Shadows of the Empire. He's got a walkthrough for Rogue Squadron, which is my favorite Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country, Mario Paint. He wrote an FAQ for Mario Paint.
Uh-huh.
Because it's very complicated.
It is.
There's that third stage boss is horrible.
I know.
Frogger, because we all need a little help with Frogger.
Yeah.
And a boss FAQ for Mega Man X.
Oh, wow, because we all needed another one.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's completely and totally different from all... One of the other ones ought to sue him for copying theirs, because there's got to be like 30 FAQs on Mega Man X.
The legal stuff is basically the same in the Mega Man X one. Although it is not called Paraphernalia, it's called Information this time.
Oh, well, that's